All right. Hey, guys. Welcome to our little hangout to watch Candyman, little guide to the at home. Thanks for joining. Say hi. See that some people are here, but I want to see if they're familiar faces, whatever. Or you certainly don't have to. You can definitely just like lurk and hang out. But I figured it'd be a nice way for all of us to hang out together while we're staying at home and doing the whole not social isolation, social distancing thing. As we've joked about on Guides the Unknown, so far in that way, my life is completely unchanged. I pretty much social distance most of the time anyway, so this is no big. But but yeah, I figured I'd try this out, and I've been wanting to watch the movie Candyman ever since that trailer came out. So what the hell? Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Will. Yeah. So I've seen the movie Candyman, but it was when I was a kid, and I really don't even remember it. I remember being freaked out by it, but I remember almost nothing else about the plot. Hey Tina, hey Sarah, yay! So have you guys seen Candyman? And if so, was it recent? What do you remember about it? Do you like it? Do you not? In between, like any stray Candyman thoughts, please put in the chat so everybody else can see it and I can see them. But I'll tell you a little bit. Oh man, Caitlin, amazing! Thank you for hopping over and abandoning your Friday the 13th marathon. This is huge. This means a lot. Thank you. I hope it's fun. It's supposed to be a good movie. So I remember watching it at a friend's house when I was a kid, and I think we did a double feature, weirdly, of Candyman and The Basketball Diaries, that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. And I think that they were both unsettling in different ways. But besides that, I really don't remember anything about it. So the same way that on Guides the Unknown, Will and I will sometimes ask each other about a subject. What do you think you know about bloopity bloop, about the boogeyman or whatever? I asked myself, what do I think I know about Candyman? All right, so Stephanie had never heard of Candyman. All right, so, I'm in good company. It's not like so far I'm with a bunch of Candyman stans who are going to be pissed that I don't know anything about it. But I was like, all right, what do I know about this? I know that Candyman is, not that he himself is a Bloody Mary-esque figure, but he's brought about in a Bloody Mary-esque way, I believe, where if you say Candyman into a mirror a bunch of times, then Candyman will appear. Let's see, Will thinks Candyman literally worked in a candy factory. Okay, I'm pretty sure is not the case. I gathered some interesting Candyman facts before we did this, and I tried to kind of look at things and almost blur my eyes to not be totally spoiled, but I did get some, not exactly huge spoilers, but now I know slightly more about the plot than I did. And I mean, maybe he worked in a candy factory, but what I read makes me think that he didn't. Tina says that she actually doesn't like horror movies. She just wanted to hang out a bit. You're feeling a little isolated. I totally get that. I mean, you can do what I do a lot, which is there are some movies that are too much for me. I love horror movies, but there's a certain, we've talked about it on the show before, there's a certain genre of horror movie that is hard to nail down, but I can always feel it in my bones. That is not going to be for me. And it's Midsummer, Hereditary, a lot of A24 properties, it seems like, that are going to be emotionally wrecking me, that I just stay away from and I won't watch them. But I still want to know. So I'm happy to listen to podcasts about them, or I look up spoilers about them because I know I'm not going to see them anyway, but I don't want to know what the deal is. So let this be that for you with Candyman. We'll just talk about it and you can listen to it and hopefully enjoy it, but not have to watch it and be like, bleh. Sarah's only watched YouTube video essays about it, and Trixie and Katya talk about it from Drag Race. Awesome. Caitlin's seen it, and she remembers thinking some of the treatment of race didn't age well, but it was so good. Yeah, I'm curious about that too. Hey Liv, awesome. I think we talked on Instagram. She's seen it a while back. Yeah, that was one of my things, William, that I know about it, that Candyman's daughter is sweet. She's deadly. She's bad for your teeth. It's from Scream. Let's see. Yeah. And Will says he's pumped to watch it. It's been on his to watch list for a while, especially since the new Jordan Peele movie looks to be a continuation of the franchise rather than a reboot or a remake. Yeah, that's right. I referred to it as a reboot originally in my social media posts because that's just kind of I've gotten used to thinking of these resurrections of property as reboots, but it's actually not. It's just straight up a sequel. So I went back and changed it, which I think is really cool too. And I'm excited to. I'm just dittoing what Will said. I'm excited to check them out now, so I have more context for seeing that movie when it comes out, because it seems awesome. Scream 2. Oh yeah, it's Scream 2. Excuse me. But okay, so I know Candyman's daughter is sweet, deadly, bad for your teeth. I know that calling him in a mirror makes him come to you. I know that bees and honey are involved and a hook. And then I knew that there were sequels, and I don't know if they're supposed to be good or not. For all I know, people are like, oh, the entire Candyman legacy has been amazing. But my impression, I think maybe even just based on like posters for them that look corny, which might not be fair because it was the 90s, is that the sequels weren't good. Hey, Dana. So that's what I knew going into it, or know going into it. And then, as I said, I tried to look up a couple of things that might be kind of interesting for us to know when we go in to watch it without being spoiled too much. And I don't really have any spoilers for you guys. And this is what I came up with. Hey, Megan. Okay. So some cool casting switcheroos, which are always fun. First of all, I didn't realize that friend of the pod, Virginia Madsen, is in it. I feel like I talk about Virginia Madsen all the time. I have like no strong feelings about her, but she comes up in my life. She's in the number 23, which we've talked about, that Topsy Kretz movie with Jim Carrey. She's in The Haunting in Connecticut, which we covered like a month or so ago. I feel like she's come up for some other reason before, because I can hear myself on the podcast being like, you know, that lady, she's from that wine movie Sideways. She's Michael Madsen's sister. I don't know why we talk about her so much, or I talk about her so much. But anyway, Virginia Madsen is in it. And if she wasn't going to be able to do it, there was some kind of like casting back and forth where she was in and then she was out. And when she was in talks to be back in, her backup was Sandra Bullock if she couldn't do it. And Sandra Bullock, like, nobody knew her. Also, the guy who plays the Candyman is named Tony Todd. And Eddie Murphy was in talks to play Candyman before him. So there's an alternate universe where Candyman is featuring Eddie Murphy and Sandra Bullock, and that's a movie I would like to see. I don't see why the door shouldn't be open for that. I didn't realize that it's based on a short story by Clive Barker, one of the masters of horror, from 1985. And I'd written down the story name, but like amateur move, I'm giving myself away. It's in my phone, and I don't know where I put my phone when I was grabbing my computer and setting up for this. I don't know where it is. I'm like the only person in America who doesn't know where their phone is at the moment. But at least I remember the other things off the top of my head. So, yeah. You guys, do you have anything else to say about the movie? I'm all ears to talk about it a little bit more. But if nothing else is going on, we can break, because I'm sure we're going to have, obviously, plenty more to say about it after we've watched the movie. So I'm just going to kind of look to the chat. Heather says that the Candyman is covered in bees. That seems right to me. Will's looking it up. Okay, cool. The Hellbound Heart. Oh, okay. Is that the name of the book it's in or something? Maybe I'm totally wrong. I feel like that's a badass name. But I feel like if not book, maybe short story that the Candyman is featured in had a different name or something. Oh my God. Stephanie, you're kidding me. Oh, I'm so sorry Candyman isn't on Netflix in Germany. You know what? Again, we've talked about this on Guides to the Unknown. Try Googling Candyman and then hit the video tab in Google, and it might be available through some sort of like weird site like Dailymotion or whatever. There are a lot of things that are available other places that you don't have to necessarily go for you don't have to go to like the dark web or whatever. but it's a little off the beaten path. Give it a goog. I'm sorry. Ugh. That sucks. I'm bummed. I'm sorry. Okay, The Forbidden, Caitlin and Will. All right, thank you very much. That is what it was. Stephanie, I feel like you might be able to get it still. Or if you, I'm not suggesting you do this, but I bet you could like get it from Amazon, like rent it from Amazon if you're like really into watching it and you're having a hard time finding it elsewhere. Look into it. But yeah. All right, guys. I think let's break. Oh, actually, no. First, I have a question. Are you guys going to eat anything during Candyman? Are you going to get snacks, drinks, whatever? Tell me what you're going to be having. Do you get grossed out eating stuff during gross horror movies? Because that's the other thing I know about this. I'm pretty sure it's pretty gory, but, like 90s gory horror movie. I wouldn't think it'll be like too realistic, but do you get grossed out by that? I kind of do. It kind of depends. I know Will doesn't at all. Like Will could be eating like a bowl of chili while somebody's being disemboweled and having like their stomach contents splat on screen. But if there's too much of a 1-to-1, I get grossed out by that. But otherwise, I'll eat stuff. I'm gonna have a bagged salad. Those are my jam. I have an Asian style salad from Target that I'll be ripping into and enjoying some sliced almonds and fried noodle sticks in it. All right, sweet. Veggie straws and hummus, delicious. I never dip veggie straws. That's a good idea. That sounds great. And yeah, Will says he thinks this movie is kind of grungy. Yeah, like, to be totally honest, so like I said, I remember it scared me. It also fell into that amorphous category of movies, at least when I was a kid, that made me feel like bad. Like I felt gross, I think emotionally in some way. I was like, this is like really dark and weird, but also like a little too gross for me at whatever age I saw it. Liv says that they just had a matcha latte and might have some graham crackers. Oh, that sounds so good. I love both of those things. They're not usually grossed out, but they found themselves watching Dr. Pimple Popper while eating and regret it. I can't do that. I can't do Dr. Pimple Popper. I can handle my own and like close family members. I'll take care of theirs, but I can't, for some reason, strangers' pimples I can't do. Ooh, peanut butter blossom cookies. Amazing. Are those cookies that have like the Hershey's Kiss on top? And Drew wants a salad now. I know it's going to be, I feel it'll be pretty refreshing. Those bag salads are good because it takes like no time. They're like pretty non-boring. There's enough of variety that you can change it up. I seriously have one like pretty much every day. It's how I guarantee I get my greens in. I also get greens, ideally, let's not play around, but most times in other ways that aren't like drenched in dressing and have tortilla chips in them or whatever. But you know what? Better than nothing, I feel. Sorry, I'm thirsty. All right, guys, let's do it. Let's break. Let's go watch Candyman, and we will be back to chat about it after the movie. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel, hit that button, and also hit the one that says notifications so that when we come back and are live, you'll be notified. Yeah, Will, I know. I wonder if we can still chat while watching somehow. I feel like we have turned off our live stream, but the chat was still available to go. I kind of wish that I had experimented with that before I started. I don't know what to do because I don't want to just like leave the camera on the house while I'm like watching and walking around. I would like the chat to keep going. Let's see what happens. I'm going to end the stream and we'll see. I feel like it's not impossible that the chat will still work because I feel like that's happened for us in the past. But maybe that's something that we'll figure out in the future or something. So for now, I'm going to end the stream. Let's watch the movie. I'll be back, do the notifications thing, and kaboomy. All right, I'll be back, guys. A post on the group for live comments? Yes, I'm gonna do that. Okay, that's what we're doing. I'm leaving. I'm gonna make a post on the group if the chat doesn't keep going, and then we'll be back to talk. So I'm hitting end now, and I will see you guys in a bit. Bye.